Hello, welcome to the Adam Val YouTube channel. Now I'm just cleaning up some mess from my previous video. When we're back. Right, so Jack Daniels have teamed up now with Coca-Cola, and it's Coke Zero, my favourite Coke Zero. If I've still got the picture, I'll put a picture up here. This is something my sister bought me. So thank you to my sister for purchasing me these. That's how I'm addicted to Coke Zero. I don't know if you see the picture. She got a load of Coke Zeros reduced. Thank you, Abiella, for that. Now Jack Daniels have teamed up with Coca-Cola, or Coca-Cola have teamed up with Jack Daniels. And I know you can buy these tins of whiskey and Coke. They always say it, don't they? I know this is spiced rum, but this is spiced rum cola. Now, I always thought the issue with these tins were, because I've had them before, these little tins of whatever, JD and Coke or whatever, whiskey and Coke, whatever, everything like that. And you drink them and you're like, because they do a Captain Morgan one I think as well, you drink it and you're like, wow, what's it missing? There's something not quite right about this. There's something not hitting the marker with this tin. I don't know what it is. And I worked out what it is. It's because they use cheap, shitty cola with them. They just use a shop branded, crappy, cheapo cola. And I think Jack Daniels realised this because now they've teamed up with Coca-Cola. So this should taste fantastic. Alcohol on this, it's only 5%, so the amount of Jack Daniels in this is not going to be much. So you've got 5%. Really, Jack Daniels, now, I like a bit of alcohol, but I'm no alcohol connoisseur. That's a good word for me, isn't it? I really think if you're making a JD and Coke, and I reckon if you made one at home or had one in a pub or had one out, I reckon if they told you what, because if you go to a pub and you ask for, like, I don't know, double JD and Coke, they don't give you it and go, that's 20% alcohol. You don't know, do you? You don't really know. It's a bit of a guessing game. But I know Jack Daniels, I'm guessing a bottle of Jack Daniels would be about 35% alcohol, around that figure, innit? So I'm really, and I know Marks and Spencer's do their cocktails with quite high alcohol. I'd rather see one of these with maybe 20-30% alcohol. Does anyone agree with me? 20-30% or even 15%? 5% is just like, not really worth a carrot, is it? You could do a smaller tin Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels, you want a good idea, isn't it? Smaller tin, maybe 15-20% alcohol, so you're having a glass of it and you're getting almost double JD and Coke. Let's taste it. So I know Coca-Cola don't really like putting their name on something when they don't own it. And then what it is saying here, alcoholic mixed drink with Jack Daniels Tennessee whiskey, 12.5%. You've got 12.5% whiskey, and you've got Coke Zero, 87.5%. Caffeine free, because it's Coke Zero. It's got no caffeine. Has Coke Zero got no caffeine in it? I thought Coke Zero had caffeine in it. I'm sure Coke Zero, I've got a tin somewhere. I absolutely love Coke Zero. I've got tins everywhere, but I'm sure it weren't caffeine free. So we're figuring these fuckers out. Right, so it's not right. What it's not saying it's caffeine free. It's not saying it's got caffeine in it. Someone needs to do some research here. Put it in the comments. As Coke Zero, because it's not, because you can get caffeine free Coke Zero and it's got like a gold band around it. So we're being done up here. We are being done up still. See, this is why we do these reviews, so we find these bits where these companies are doing us up. So I'm saying Coke Zero, that has caffeine in it. We don't need people to work it out. Let's just go, we do these reviews properly, eh? Let's go on here. Does Coke Zero have caffeine? It's the top one. How much caffeine in Coke Zero? So Coke Zero has 34 milligram per 12 ounces. Now I don't know ounces, but it has caffeine in it. Because I know you can get caffeine free Coke Zero. So Coca-Cola and Jack Daniels, you've been found out already. It's got no caffeine in it. I'm just stating. I've gone on about this caffeine thing for a long time, but here we go. Already that's better. I know it's the caffeine free Coke Zero. We'll have a little glass and don't argue with me. I know you can put an ice cube in it and all that, but I don't want it. Yeah, it's alright. It's actually alright. What I would say to sum this up, that's the best tin of whiskey and coke that I've ever had. There we go. So if you go to the shop and you see all them tins of whiskey and coke, that's the best one. And the coke makes a difference because the coke is 87% of this. So you want that to be a decent coke. And because I'm so addicted to Coke Zero, I'm going to absolutely love it. However, we have found them out and they are using caffeine-free Coke Zero. You lot take care. For more videos on the Adam Val YouTube channel where we talk about caffeine for about 4.5 minutes, subscribe. And 9.